friends. Welcome into Your Day Extra. My name's Nathan Edwards. I'm the morning anchor for Your Day. I'm joined this morning by meteorologist Nick Maruziak. Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing fine up until Andy decided to give me some guff over here.
Oh, well, that's what Andy does best. Andy's our executive producer for the Your Day morning show. Andy, you doing good?
I'm doing well. Nick, that wasn't even the worst roast today.
He said that we said we're just going to wing it today, and then Andy said, just like your weather forecasts.
Yeah. No notes.
A typical meteorologist joke.
Yeah.
And if you have not joined the show before, we basically just talk about the events happening here in the Miami Valley and around the world, give our takes, have some fun with it, and that's what this is all about, having a good old time. So let's dive on in. Andy, I want to start with you.
Yep.
And one of my favorite topics, Americans behaving badly.
See, I take the opposite approach. I consider them American heroes. So, two Americans had what the French media are calling a dream night that will make anyone envious. Mm-hmm. They fell asleep at a no-access area of the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
So apparently they were there for a tour and were so drunk they couldn't figure their way out and decided to just sleep there.
Are they in deep doo-doo?
Not really. They just, apparently the police thought it was really funny. They interviewed them, said they don't pose a risk, so they're letting it slide.
Here in America, we throw you to the gators.
Yeah.
Could I point out, that you would wake up and go, this ain't our bedroom. What happened? Well, remember that tour we were on? Yeah. I don't remember, anything after that. Oh, we just...
Well, they clearly went to this area on purpose. I mean, it's not public access.
No. I'm assuming they jumped over a fence because it was comfortable to sleep. I don't know. I've seen the Eiffel Tower, never been, but I've seen it pictures, and it doesn't look comfortable.
I don't know, man. If you sleep upright like this, seems like you could catch a couple hours of a snooze.
No,
there.
I can't sleep like
No.
that. No. So, I don't know. I mean, it makes us, I don't know. I could say it could make us look bad on the world stage, but there are worse things that we've been doing lately. So
There are worse things, but also, like I've said, if it weren't for America, they'd be speaking German right now in France. So
wow.
let's call it even.
Let's call it even.
Let's just, we'll give you Florida Man in exchange. You could keep those.
I'm not going to France.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying,
Wait, wasn't Florida French owned at one point?
That's one of the
yes,
one of the
St.
five
Augustine.
flags. Yep, five flags.
There you go.
Yeah. St.
Just give it
Augustine.
back. Give them all the meth that comes with it.
We said Florida, not Ohio.
Sorry, Andy. Andy's from Florida.
I mean, at least I'm not French Canadian, so
That's true.
or
Dang.
Canadian at all.
Hey,
Blame
what do you got
Canada.
there?
By the way, we love Canada.
Yeah,
No, we don't.
but tourists have been acting pretty badly lately. We had this story, I think, earlier this week of a woman who climbed over the Trevi Fountain to refill her water bottle
Yep.
because that's what you do.
No, you don't.
No, that's how I refilled my water when I went to Italy.
What does Italy have to thank us for that we can excuse this terrible behavior? Nothing.
I mean, they don't have Mussolini anymore.
we help save them
but-
from fascism. Okay,
Exactly,
there we go.
yeah. There we go. And then July, or that was earlier this month, a French teen, so this is not Americans,
Okay.
carved her initials in a heart on the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh my God.
Yep.
What is do these people? Is it all for clout? Is this social media clout at its worst?
I guess.
Well, I don't know because the people who were in the Eiffel Tower, I don't think
They were just drunk.
they were just. Let's just put that aside. Drunken shenanigans.
Yeah.
Woman going for a water bottle, she's thirsty.
Probably drunk also.
Yes. This person, no. That's just a person that absolutely has no clue about history, about anything else. You want your name in stone? Yeah. It should literally right underneath it is an idiot, and that should be there for the next 1,200 years.
But, it also could be one of those things where every time you see the Leaning Tower of Pisa now, you're like, my name's on there.
yes.
And that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, but then you get a bunch of people doing it. You don't want that. You got to stop it,
No.
which is just put is an idiot at the end of it. This way in textbooks, it just it was carved and.
Do you think previous generations committed vandalism like this, like that? We just don't know about, on some of these monuments. There's little marks that we are accustomed to seeing, but probably came from some dumb teenager
Well,
then.
now it's just historical. You have to wait long enough for the vandalism to become
The
historic.
year is 2040, and this teen wrote his name and a heart. And for that, he is now known as the Michelangelo of Italy.
You know what, though? Now they don't do anything. They give you a slap on the wrist. Back then, they probably chopped your hand off.
That just reminds me, I don't know if you guys have seen Life of Brian,
Oh, Monty Python guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
where one of the characters wanted to write Romans go home, but he used the wrong verb type. So the Roman came in and made him write it correctly 100 times on the wall that he was vandalizing.
Oh, God.
So you give him the Simpsons, like
Yeah.
Bart Simpson treatment.
yeah,
Gotta love it. Now, Nick, shifting gears back here to the home front.
yeah.
We got a new gas station chain that's coming to Dayton
Yep.
area, Huber Heights, and this has been blowing up all week.
Yeah, because you have Buc-ee's. I'm more a fan of Wawa, which is coming into the area. But Buc-ee's is also running that. They were paying people to taste test their treats on the roads. And I was thinking to myself, we talked a little bit about this morning. One, what's your favorite road trip treat? Because I always think that's indicative of a lot of people. You're the type that going straight for the sweets, like just give me the sugar. You're the beef jerky person who plans. Are you the type that needs a road soda? And I mean, one of those giant things of Coke. Like, what's your go-to move here whenever you go? Or are you just get me in and out of the gas station as soon as possible?
You got to have some snacks, right? Yeah.
It depends. For me, my road trip food is Casey's Pizza.
Now, I've heard about Casey's Pizza. I've never had it. There are Casey's locations here in
Yes.
Dayton.
It
What
is-
makes it special?
I don't know what they do to the pizza. It's delicious. Their breakfast pizza is the bomb. They had them all over the place when I was living in Nebraska, and when I moved from Nebraska to Michigan, I planned out each and every one of my stops to a Casey's because there wasn't a Casey's in Michigan.
Now, that is some hardcore stuff right there.
Yeah, so every
Love a
couple
pizza.
hours, I'd stop, have a pizza, fill up, and keep on going.
I don't mind good pizza at a gas station. I've not had good pizza at a gas station, but
You need to go to Casey's.
I don't know. I'm not buying this. I mean, I feel like I'm going to be hoodwinked here.
No, but it has to be their breakfast pizza.
The breakfast pizza's
Yes.
the goat.
It is.
Now, Sheets is pretty good. I like Sheets. They have like these loaded fries. They're pretty baller. I like their soft pretzels too. I think I'm always a soft pretzel guy.
Fair enough. You and I were talking about it. At a certain point, there's desperation, which is to see the hot
The
dog.
taquitos.
The hot dog that's been rolling there for 8 hours. It's 800 calories because God knows what meat they put in it. It's been sitting there for, since the last hairy guy looked at it and just went, nope. And even the truckers are looking at it, no, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to have that. And I've definitely done the road trip where it's cross country. It's 3 a.m. and there is nothing else available. You go into the store and it's like, all right, let's do this thing.
Nick, why do you hate yourself that you would do that?
Hey, man, you got a cross country road trip like 2, 3 in the morning. That's perfect time. No one on the roads. You're free to go. It's cool outside. You stop, you fall asleep. Get past the morning rush, and you're good to go. I've done a few road trips in my life.
I was going to say, you've lived in some pretty wild places in this country, and your home is New Jersey, so it's quite a bit of a haul.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I've driven from New Jersey to Arizona, and North Dakota. Both of those were like 2-day trips.
Do you actually enjoy the drive at that point?
There's a certain point where I root for myself to hit the barrier. This way I have a reason to stop driving. And I'm dead serious because I'm just so over it. But for the first part, it's like, all right, this is a new part. I made a rule, though, a couple years ago. I have to stop at every single point I see. So it's not just gas stations and fuel stops. It's every single point. Get out, take a picture, and go on.
That's cool, though. You got quite the scrapbook there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 4 pictures now because one of the worst scenic point is right in New Jersey. It was like, wow, I could see literally a sliver over the mountains. This scenic point is not good.
World's largest yarn ball.
I've been to that in, I want to say it was Lebanon, Kansas.
Wow.
It's right by, so back when I was living in Nebraska, we lived maybe 45 minutes away from the home of Willa Cather, really famous author. So my friend who loved Willa took me there, and then she's like, a little further down, there's the center point of the United States. So we drove down a little further south, and when we got there, it's like, well, a little further down, there's the world's largest ball of twine.
I think I actually did see that too because I went to Kansas and met a friend halfway because he was working in Nebraska, actually your same station, and we actually went to like Dwight Eisenhower's presidential library and did all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say, at a certain point, you end up at a place that advertises the largest bowl of chili. You're like, you know what? Why not? And it's like a 4-person restaurant. No one's there. There are flies coming out. You're like, well, I might as well do this instead of the taquitos.
There's a restaurant in a random city in Nebraska that I passed by that had the world's largest rodeo museum inside a restaurant.
That doesn't sound very large.
No, it wasn't. It was just pictures on a wall.
That's what you get. World's largest rodeo museum. Welcome in.
It's like the Hard Rock, but for rodeos.
Sounds fun. Enlightening. Wow. Weird. We went down quite the rabbit hole on that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Road trips.
So I want to stay on the topic of food.
Yes.
So Bacon Fest is happening this weekend in Dayton. And I was thinking to myself, obviously, like, bacon is one of the GOAT foods, but, like, is there, like, a food festival, like, you would just want to start or go to in a heartbeat if, like, specifically, like, one type of food? Like, chocolate chip cookie festival.
Like a chocolate fest, that would be awesome. But then again, it's like at a certain point, you're like, chocolate, how much of that can I actually have before it starts to all blend together? One thing about bacon and salty foods is it could go with sweet. It could go with anything. Like bacon is one of those, it goes on everything. It's a perfect complement for a ton of food.
What about like a fried chicken festival? You put fried chicken on a bunch of stuff.
You could. I'd eat that.
Yeah. I mean, you have like fried chicken pizza. You get fried chicken hoagies. You could do like fried chicken on a stick. You can have like bone-in fried chicken, chicken nugs.
I like how you deep dived into chicken fandom.
Here's actually, dude. And there's a restaurant in Tulsa when I lived down in Oklahoma where they did like fried chicken skins was an appetizer.
Ooh, that's delicious.
Yeah, so they would take the best part of that, they fry it up, and then they'd serve it with a ranch.
Ooh.
It was actually pretty, like,
That
you
sounds
felt
great.
terrible after eating it,
Yep.
but it was delightful.
That seems very Oklahoma.
Everybody's waistline's
Yeah.
huge and arteries clogged.
My favorite is we've taken pot shots at Ohio, Florida, New Jersey, Oklahoma. Like at this point, we've got 45 states. And how many more
Let's
states
go.
are going to take
Hey.
pot shots at?
Hey, we sound like a presidential candidate.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Andy, is there like a food festival you'd love to see?
I'm a big fan of chili cook-offs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Why?
Chili's fantastic.
Yeah, but like one bowl of chili, I'm good.
Well, no, these you get smaller bits, and that way you get to try different versions of chili.
Like, are you like a...
You're not eating 10 bowls of full chili.
That'd be so bad.
It
I
says
wish.
you.
I wish, but no, you're just sampling different ones. There's that mac and cheese fests I'm a big fan of.
Oh, yeah.
Like whatever. Yellow Cab has all those different fests.
They
Like,
had, they had the pickle fest.
Yep.
The...
They had the mac and cheese night.
Yeah. The birria, like Taco Fest.
Yep.
Tacos, man. That's my jam.
Actually, I went to one that Yuma, Arizona would do every year, a taco fest and do salsa the night before. So the salsa was where it was at because you had everything from, all right, here is white boy salsa to here is literally my grandmother's recipe that we can't handle. And that was very fun to try like a drop of and just see how fast I could run from that to the container of milk and chug it because it was that hot. Like it was impossibly hot.
I just thought of something. We need a pumpkin spice latte festival just for Nick. And that, don't look at me like you're going to hurt me, Nick.
I would sponsor that.
I would sponsor this. And that leads us to your other story, Nick. And I figured we just dive on in because I couldn't resist. You have been so triggered by all the pumpkin spice latte stories.
So, okay, let me explain why. And it's not actually PSLs that bother me as much. It's literally everybody trying to extend fall. It's literally everybody trying to extend Christmas. I want people to just celebrate the season we're in. There's no need to fast forward. There was someone that I was following on Snapchat that has all her fall stuff out already.
No.
Yes. And it's like, what are you doing? It is not. No, we don't need this right now. It's not orange season. It's still summer. It's still going to be 90 degrees. And for me, PSLs are the type of thing where they keep extending it earlier and earlier and earlier. There's going to be a time period where they're going to be like, all right, get your pumpkin spice latte. It's fall. It's literally the day after Memorial Day. Like, chill down, dudes. Like, no.
Okay, here's the thing. All right. I'm going to defend these people. As someone who loves summer and hates the cold, let people enjoy things.
No. What's the fun of
Let people enjoy things. Look, if you want to get technical about celebrating seasons, okay, let's do that. Thanksgiving is one day.
Yes.
All right. Christmas is 12 days from December 25th through January 6th.
Okay.
By your logic, if we're celebrating things seasonally, you only have 12 days of Christmas. And
That's fine.
it.
That's all I need. Like, I don't need,
You
like...
are an evil man.
What's the fun in life if you can't ruin someone else's fun?
What's the fun in life if you can't celebrate Christmas for as long as you want?
You know,
Look,
but then you end up with the guy that I used to work with that had the Christmas tree up in October. It would
Does it make him happy? Then let him do it.
It's America, dang it.
Exactly.
No, like, celebrate Halloween like the rest of us normal
No, look,
people.
we did not fight the Germans so that you can tell us when we can and can't put up our Christmas tree.
No, I'm not saying that you
That is the
can't.
second German
I'm saying that
this morning.
I'm just saying that it should be frowned upon. It's okay to go, that is not correct, sir. It is still... no, there should not be pumpkin spice
so
lattes
triggered.
and maple
Look,
leaves.
but no, dude, hold on though. Let's take it. Let's cool down for a second here. It's a comfort thing though for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, I think once school starts for the kids, I think once you start seeing football on TV, people automatically start thinking of that cozy at home time of year. Now, we're going to get 90s like crazy temperature wise, but I think there's a certain comfort to this time of year that people really look forward to. And I think that's what it is.
Get it? I don't agree
What
with
do you
it.
do for comfort?
Me?
Do you have comfort?
Clearly, I don't. Clearly, I have a lot of anger that comes
I was
out.
going to say, good God, you need a psychiatrist.
I've made 3 quits so far. I made one go into real estate. They're like, now I'm out.
We're done with this guy.
Yeah, exactly. No, you know what? And I get it. Like, I'm not against PSLs.
Yes, you
like,
are.
No, you know what? If someone walked in with a PSL, I would not go, no. I would look at them and go, it is too early, but you can enjoy that.
That's the same as saying no.
You know
No,
what?
I no is going, that is mine. That's unacceptable.
You know, the pumpkins are growing right now, though. I
Yeah.
mean, this is prime pumpkin growing season. When it gets sunnier and hotter, the pumpkins grow bigger. So, I mean, it's not too early to enjoy the gourds.
No, it's not.
But there's no pumpkin spice. It's all just spice.
Yeah,
No.
Everything
because it's the
nice.
spice that goes on to a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, that's the other thing that I hate about the PSL. It's like, we're not celebrating pumpkins. We're literally celebrating the fact that pumpkins go great with other stuff, and that other stuff is the stuff that we actually enjoy. The pumpkin is literally just there. It is just there.
Can I make a note here? The man fighting early fall enjoyment is wearing a sweater when it's in the 80 degrees, okay? Yeah.
I never said that I was a smart man. I just said I was a man
know.
of hard takes.
He sticks to his guns.
Yes.
All right. There's nothing more comforting than Taylor Swift, Andy.
There is.
So we think.
Well, now people might start not liking her, I think. Because at least for me, if I have to learn something in school, I automatically just don't like that thing. And some universities are rolling out what they're calling Taylor Swift coded courses. So, for example, a university in Belgium just announced literature, Taylor's version, where you look at the literary importance of her lyrics and how they relate to people like Shakespeare.
Are we saying Taylor Swift is the modern era Shakespeare?
I guess that's what we're saying. Which, I was thinking about this, and do you think around Shakespeare's time when he started being, or shortly after Shakespeare's time when he started being taught in universities, people were like, well, back in my day, we learned Dante, not Shakespeare.
Probably. But you know what? He was selling out stadiums like T-Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do wonder about that course. You know what I mean? Like, what is it going to be like? Is it going to be sitting there and actually looking at the lyrics and trying to match them up to a play? Or is it simply going to be like, all right, let's reenact Romeo and Julieta from 1989 album. Okay, so, and go. I don't know any of the songs from 1989 album. All I know is you got to tell Romeo, hey, you know what? Like, Juliet died. Got to shake it off. Otherwise, you're going to see red, my dude.
Can you please teach this course?
It'd be a lot of nonsense and bloated, talking. In my school, Kent State, we actually had a Adam Sandler course. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there was one professor there who basically focused on the importance that Adam Sandler had on our culture during the 90s and the impact his films had. And Adam Sandler actually zoomed into his class. Yeah. I think
I would hope so.
They did a Will Ferrell class at one point, too, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
But, here's the deal. It's like they make us – I got student loans still. And I think about all the stupid classes that they made us take to fill credits. I'm like, why are they wasting my money like this? And they're these universities, they're laughing themselves to the bank.
They're distracting you with the Taylor Swift classes.
I know. And I took bowling because we had to have a physical credit. Like, give me a throw. Yeah, come on. I took swing dancing. I took history of rock and roll, history of jazz to fill credits. I mean, this is so dumb.
Those sound interesting, though.
Yeah, but why do I need that to be a TV journalist, Andy?
Why do you need half the classes you take to be a TV journalist?
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're proof positive of that right there.
All you need to do is take Reading 101.
What was the...
now, Andy, no anchor hate today.
What was the weirdest class? So you got swing dancing. I took ground school for pilots. I went to Embry-Riddle, so you had to take that as a school, as an elective. So it actually helps now that I'm like, oh, yeah, this is Class E aerospace, and I kind of know what's going on with planes. But what's the weirdest class that you had to take, or that was... one elective?
I don't know. For me, I took app making as a math credit because I hate math. But one of my favorites was a film class, like history of film.
What school did you go to?
Loyola Chicago.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was Miami, it'd probably just be Scarface on repeat. But Chicago, got a little more options, John Hughes and all that good stuff.
That just learning about the impact the Soviet Union and the Nazis had on film.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And the propaganda and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, it is kind of like a nice break. I liked it for the easy A.
Yeah. Oh. Actually, the weirdest class I took was Happiness 101.
Ah.
With Father Bosco.
I failed that class, evidently.
Father Bosco.
Yep. Dalai Lama was visiting our university, so he wrote a book on happiness, so we had a course on happiness. Reading through his book.
Andy, you had...
I didn't learn much.
Did you actually get to see the Dalai Lama when they came?
Yeah, I was in the arena, so not 101. But.
Okay, well, I got to sit in an auditorium and hear Chuck Norris speak. That's the difference between Loyola and Kent State University.
I wish I went to Kent State now.
Chuck Norris then was already in his 70s.
Kid.
Yeah, it was great, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. Andy... So we got through that. P.S. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I'm right back here. Guys, I'm excited football's back. Okay. Andy, I don't know. Are you a football fan?
I am.
Who's your favorite team?
Miami Hurricanes.
Oh, God. College football fanatic. You are a Jets fan. Did you watch college football at all?
Oh, yeah. I went to Mississippi State, so I got to see Johnny Football. Actually, no, I missed the game where he played, but I got to see Dak Prescott, and actually got to meet him once when he was a junior or a sophomore when I was leaving for grad school. So it was kind of cool. College football down south is weird, though. It is a religion for some of those people. You forget Mississippi doesn't have sports teams, so that's their team.
That's always in Nebraska.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just crazy that, I don't have a single family member that has ever gone to Mississippi State, but I'll root for Mississippi State.
What's interesting is we're talking about football, and I want to make this relatable for people who do not like football necessarily, but there have been a lot of crazy stories coming about college football, like the Michael Oher story about the Blind Side movie, how he came out and said basically that they conned him and took his money. They made him sign a conservatorship. That's just bonkers. But I mean, I don't know who to believe in that story, but at the same time, I'm not surprised because people are so rabid in the South. And then like the Johnny Manziel said you studied zero amount of times. And he lied about his family being millionaires so he can hide,
the payments,
all the payments he was getting from people. I'm just like, dude, it is like criminal enterprise. Some of this college football stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have room to talk as a fan of the University of Miami. But yeah, growing up, I remember I forgot who the player was, but there was an announcer for the Canes, and my mom would point to him and go, "Oh yeah, I'm the reason he graduated school." He was sitting behind me, and during tests, he'd say, "Psst, psst, move over," and he would just copy off me.
They got so easy.
Yeah.
Says the person who took swing dancing as credits.
I was pretty good at that. I also took athletic management and was in class with Jets lineman Brian Winters.
Oh yeah, of course,
Nice.
Brian Winters.
Yeah, he sat in that class. He did not care.
Yeah. I mean, I love the stories of some of the athletes from the teachers are like, yeah, this guy really good. Like I've met a couple that were really great students, and there's others that
Mailed it in.
they're there to play football, baseball, basketball, or something else. And you know what? School's just secondary. It's get me to the pros.
I am excited though. I like the football vibes. Sundays. I'm not like. I like watching the Browns play, but my wife always says I love the food, which I'm like, yes, me too. Yes. Let's cook up some good stuff. I got my smoker out. I'm ready to rock and roll. Dips. Andy, we need some Skyline dip, by the way.
I've yet to try it.
You've made it. Didn't
Skyline
you make
dip?
No, didn't you make the Skyline dip and bring it in? The chili dip?
The Skyline dip, yeah. I think I meant actual Skyline.
Oh, no, you got to get on that. But the Skyline dip.
That's my favorite thing to make.
It's so good.
I need this in my life.
It's
I don't
so
know
good.
what it is.
I'll make it for you.
It's like cream cheese, chili, and like regular cheese, right?
Yeah.
Is that hot sauce? Maybe a little bit of that. Is that in there?
I don't put it in.
You do realize I forgot my lunch earlier today, so I've been going now like 4 hours without food. I'm ready to
everything.
yeah. I'm ready to kick a small child on the way to my fridge.
I will hide my children from you then. All right, let's talk about our love-hate here. Andy, what's your love of the week?
My love of the week is today is the birthday for my two cats, Boo and Evita. They turned 10.
Wow, you got some elderly cats.
I do, and that's my hate, is that they're 10 years old now.
Wow. Yeah, my dog's 9. It's getting, I don't know, I get sad when I think about that stuff.
Yeah, I tend not to think about it and just avoid
Did
it.
you get them at the same time?
Yep,
Yeah.
got them same time. Because it was a buy one, get one 50% off deal.
BOGO.
And that's why I have Evita.
That's sweet. And Evita named after the musical?
Yes.
Boo, why?
He's a black cat.
There you go.
Yeah. Though I sometimes joke and say that I named Evita after the actual Eva Perón.
Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Yeah. I may or may not sing songs from that musical to her.
Yeah, that's for private moments.
Yeah.
Nick, what's your love and hate?
So hate, do we really need to get into it? Because we could be another 30 minutes here of me hating on things. So I'm just going to say I love little small towns and sometimes the eateries that are in them. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple around Mercer County that I'll go and just pass through. And it's always fun to just look at them and go, you know what, I'm going to stop in one there. And I've been trying to do that more often. Even if I'm not hungry, just be like, all right, whatever your specialty is, let me have it. So I encourage everybody, whenever you're traveling, don't just go to the gas station and get the pizza. Go to these small towns, help out the local places as well.
Hate? PSLs?
Yeah. And everything.
Triggered much?
I hate
Get
a
off
lot.
my porch. You need a hug. I'm not giving it to you, though.
You know better. Just a stab in the back.
Yeah, you'll be good. My love of the week. This one's kind of hard for me because it's been kind of a stinker of a week. Oh, school. Back to school. Yep. Kid going back to school. Love that. It brings harmony and peace back to our household.
Gets the kids off my lawn, as well they should.
That's right. No, I mean, it's great because it's like you get your routine back. I love summer. We had a great summer as a family, but there's nothing like just having the day-to-day be normalized. Mm-hmm. A little normal routine is good for the house. Yep. Bad, he had strep throat, and I did not get sick, though. Thank goodness, but he's back on doing well, so thank goodness for that. So, yeah. What a good Friday, everybody. I enjoyed this conversation, fellas.
I did too, surprisingly,
even
though I got roasted for half of it.
Oh, it's no. Nothing.
It's just an extra half hour of me getting
Exactly.
roasted.
Yeah,
by these
poor
two.
Nick's going to go drink himself to sleep.
I did that yesterday.
Oh, okay. He's got it.
I am already a day ahead.
He's got his quota for the week. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for Your Day Extra. Again, I'm Nathan Edwards, morning anchor here at Your Day. Meteorologist Nick Maruziak and our executive producer of the show, Andy Gonzalez. Make sure you like and subscribe. And then, of course, chime in any comments what you want to hear us talk